Cowboy Nation, we got us a treat. We got us a real treat. We bringing you one of the prospects that declared for the draft. A guy that actually, in my opinion, I ain't gonna talk too much. I'm gonna let him talk. What's up, Coleman?
Man, I'm tremendously blessed. How you doing, boss?
I'm doing good, man. So we get to talk some ball. So first of all, walk me through the blessing of declaring for the draft and just how do you feel about that?
Man, it's definitely a blessing. I'm excited for the opportunity. You know, there's 32 great organizations out there, and I'll be more than happy to play for any of them. Definitely would be interested in playing for the Cowboys. I know the running back situation they have going on, placing two of their backs on IR. I know I fit in the coach's his style back. He's 6 foot, 210. I think it would be, a great spot for me if I was able to get the opportunity to play there, and it'd be just an opportunity to compete early and often.
That's impressive, man, that you actually knew and keep up to the details about even this breaking news about the fact that they have Malik Davis and Javonte Williams, like putting them based on IR and creating an opportunity. Like, I guess, what's your feel like when you see this type of thing? What does that make you kind of think as a prospect?
I just think this opportunity, first and foremost, definitely a blessing. I just think it's going to be a competition battle. They're looking for a back, somebody that could, be in there and be a guy. So that's exciting for me. I thrive on competition. So definitely just an opportunity. I know it's going to be competition and there's a battle waiting to be had.
Yeah. And I see it the same way, man. It looked like it's an obvious running back competition that's heating up in Dallas, especially when you look at the fact that they just put running back 1 and 2. It's a clear feature. It's a clear, to me, signal that they trying to figure out running back 3 and 4. For somebody coming out like you, to me, you right, that definitely represents some opportunities. Now, so what I want to do, and I want everybody in the chat, let's do this. He's preparing to have a bunch of interviews. He's gonna be talking to a lot of teams. What I'm gonna be doing is I'm gonna be asking him some questions to get a feel for him. But in this exercise, it's going to allow him to be prepared as well for different interviews he's going to have. So I'm going to ask you some questions, man, get a feel for you, because obviously I'm talking to you because I'm personally looking for people that fit Schotty, and I think you do. And can you talk about that again? Because, I know you said you did your own research on Schotty. What's your thoughts on Schotty and his style of backs?
Man, I know I have done my own research, like you said. I know his style. He likes those backs that are around the 6 foot range, like 215, 210. And I think I fit that style, That's what I play at. My weight, that's what I was weighing this season. I think it's a style that, definitely I could bring my running style to, because I get that size, and then everything else I bring to the table will be able to go hand in hand with that.
Good, man. Yeah, because that's what I'm looking for. And so what I'm gonna do, man, when I finish talking to you, I'm gonna even send this to Schotty. Like, I'm gonna send this to Schotty and Will McClay, tag them on this, and then just hopefully that we'll see what doors it might open up for you. So first, walk me through your pass protection rules in your offense.
Got you. So we do it differently. Basically, we have like a 6-man protection, which would be the 5-0 lineman and me. So 6-man. Say we have a 4-down look. So the center give an orange, a yellow call. So the orange, that the right side of me, the slide side. The R and orange, right side the slide side. The left side will be the man side. So the O-line and the 4-down, they'll take. They're gonna slide. So the center, the guard, and the right tackle, they're responsible for the D tackle, the DN, and the linebacker on that side. So for me, I'd be looking at that backside linebacker to any other skinnies that come. So let's say they're sliding to the right, I'd be looking at the will or the B backer, we call them, to anybody else. So safeties, corner crash, nickel blitzing from the field, I'll be responsible for all of that. If it's a 3-down look, same type thing, but he'll give a red or a blue call. So it's just bringing another man in the slide. So the backside guard, so if it's a red card that's sliding to the right, the left guard is going to slide as well. So I'm looking to the left still. I'm looking at that left backer, any other skinnies that might come. You can also get, let's say it's like 5 up. They might give a Hawaii 5-0 call. So they take 5 up. I'm picking up anybody else. Or if it's like a 4-1 box call, the line will take the 4-down lineman, the single backer in the box, and I have anything else. We can also get to a white call. Let's say we're on the left hash protection rules for the week, we slide into the field. So if they have their best rusher, they're in a 3-down look, their best rusher standing up to the boundary, we don't want to slide it away from him and put the back on the best rusher. So we'll give a white call. So the center will be locked in on the nose. The left tackle will go out to that jack. We call him the jack, or the best rusher. So I know I'll be starting to that inside backer to the white side where they made the out call, have that backer, because they're going out. They're not working to that backer now. They're working out to the jack. So I'll start with him to any other skinnies that show. Then we get into the 7-man protection world. So that's a 5-0 lineman, me, and the tight end as well. So we'll have like a full slide protection that we do. So if we're full sliding it to the left, the tight end will be on the right. He'll have that C gap, and I'll have that D gap. Anything that comes outside of the tight end, running back will be responsible for that. They do like a crossfire blitz or Mike B plug, and they bring like a Fonzie, like a free safety blitz down the middle. I'll pick up that safety as well. And then same thing, 7-man, same rules, 4 down, 3 down. If we're just doing half slide, half man protection, but I have the tight end in there. So let's say they're sliding it to the right, tight end will be responsible for that backer on the left. And the running back will just be responsible for the skinnies, so corners, nickel blitzes, safety, anybody else that comes, that'll be the running back's got to pick up.
Thank you. And then describe me a time you missed a protection and what you learned from it. Because, everybody love to, highlight when they stonewalled a blitzer or stuff like that. Right. But what about the time to where you got your head rocked or you just outright whiffed? Like, what did you learn from a time where you missed a block? It can be practice, a game, anytime.
Dude, definitely. So I actually remember a play from practice specifically. So we faking outside. I'm on the left side, faking outside on to the right. We're in the gun, so I'm coming across, and I'm responsible for that Mike back. So we're on the left half. I'm responsible for the Mike backer and the nickel to that side, and then I have a swing route. So I'm flat control. I had like an over concept with over coming in and oppose a deep post. So I'm flat control, so I could try to bring that curl flat defender down. We could throw the over, or if he brought back, they could throw me the flat. So I'm looking pre-snap. I see the nickel creeping, his demeanor, everything. He'll be the most dangerous man. Clearly, he on the line of scrimmage. So I'm like, man, I'll probably abort the fake right here and go to pick up the nickel right away.
Right.
So I go to abort the fake. I go to pick up the nickel. He doesn't come. He drops out. So I go ahead and run my swing route.
Mm-hmm.
But kind of find out the Mike came. So the Mike, he was chilling back there like he wasn't coming, looking around. And I just had all my attention on the nickel, on the blitz. And when he didn't come, I ended up getting on my route and I missed the Mike. So that's definitely something that I learned. You gotta go through your progression, just read it inside out. So something I learned from that, and I never made that mistake again. You just gotta make sure everybody responsible for it. You gotta make sure you account for them before you get out on your route.
Man, yeah, cause see, because we know, man, people hate these pass protection when you break it down twice, bro. No. And that's the thing I like that you said, is that you never repeated it again. And I checked out your film. You look like you definitely got some soft hands too, man. You look very comfortable catching the ball. We'll get into that. What's your best trait as a runner?
As a runner, I would say my patience. I think the O-line love that. When you got a patient back that lets them, work them double teams, getting from the defensive lineman, working up to the linebackers, just setting up that blocks, making the job for the offensive lineman easier. So I would say my patience. I'm just being able to be patient, press the heels of the offensive lineman and make my decision, whether that be, my coach, I would say slow to, fast through. So if I'm slow to it, if that hole opens up like the rest, I'm gonna hit that hole right there. But I also have enough patience to be able to, make that back door cut if I need to, if I need to bounce it all the way outside, just depending on the blocks and the leverage and my read keys on that point. So on that play, I think just my patience and just being able to let the play develop and, slowing the game down, being able to make an efficient run every play.
Good. So let me ask you, when do you choose to bounce versus press in the hole?
Okay, that's a great question. So I'm always, depending on the play, I'm always going to trust my aiming point and my track. So I'm always going to try to, press the heels of line of scrimmage and stay on my track until something takes me off my track. So if nothing takes me off my track, I'm going to press the hole like I do every play and make my read from there. So a play, I said I'll just bounce it immediately if I get penetration, because, we preach no negative runs. You get a negative run, coach might not go back to it. So if there's any penetration, nothing like that, I want to bounce the run as soon as possible so I can at least get back to line of scrimmage. because a no gain better than a negative gain. So I would say I'm always pressing the line of scrimmage, but I would bounce it right away. If there's penetration, I need to get back to the line of scrimmage. Or if I press the hole, and let's say we got like a puller coming around or something, and he's able to seal that guy. So he tries a wrong arm and he gets sealed, then I'll bounce it and come around it.
Gotcha. So how do you set up linebackers on the second level?
I think eyes, pressing my offensive lineman, my track, and my aiming point. So we were the Kennesaw. I was at Kennesaw State this previous year, and we are a vertical run team. So we chasing COC, crack of the center. So I'm staying on the crack of the center, and I'm letting my line, work them double teams, work up to the second level, and I just using my eyes, because that's what the linebackers looking at. They're looking at your eyes, and they're trying to see what decision you make. So if I look left real quick, or even like a sudden step, that's all it takes for now. My lineman, he just has that leverage, and he's able to just block him, turn him whichever way he wants to go. So I think just being patient and staying on my track, and then just being able to move him with my eyes or sudden movements, to move those linebackers and influence them one way or another, because they got gaps to fill, they got responsibilities to do too. So while they feeling and I'm being patient, staying on my track, I can move them just with my eyes or sudden movement with a sudden step or something like that.
So how do you take care of your body during the season? Because one of the things, I was a guy when I played corner, I had to be very disciplined to keep my weight up. Some people opposite, you know what I'm saying? Like what do you do, and what's your regimen to kind of keep yourself at what's like desired from you in terms of body and your coaches? What do you do in terms of taking care of your body during the season?
Gotcha, right. I think the weight, like you mentioned first, that's a big thing. So, running back, we taking a lot of hits. You doing a lot of running. So I think maintaining that weight is very important. So make sure you're eating right. Make sure you're eating 3 to 4 meals a day, as well as including 2 to 3 like healthy snacks in there. So just make sure I'm eating right and getting a good amount of meals in. Making sure they're healthy meals, getting my snacks, and I think that's big. Just maintaining your weight throughout the season, because throughout the season, like, you gonna naturally lose a couple pounds sweating at practice in the game. So doing what you need to do to maintain that weight, I think, is big. And then recovery. So, I approach every game, every practice, like I'm about to get 30 carries. So, if you getting 30 carries, that's a lot on your body.
Yeah.
So you need to be taking care of yourself. So stretching and rolling out is something I do. And then treatment. Even when I'm not hurt, I go in there, like the trainers are very familiar with me. We practice in the morning. So we have treatment before like 6 a.m. So I'll go to 6 a.m. treatment. You any like stretch and exercise I need to do, heating up, any spot I might feel a little tight in. Then after practice, I'll go back if I need to do some soft tissue or do some more stretching, rolling out. And if we play on Saturday, I like to do my cryo and my cold tubs. I like to do those on Tuesdays and Thursdays. I do them. So we have light Monday practice, Tuesday and Wednesday a little harder. So I'll go cryo or cold tub on Tuesday, and then cryo or cold tub on Thursday. Friday, I'll do a massage just to flush everything out. And then the Normatec boots, I implement them like 3 times a week. So I think the recovery and maintaining that weight as a running back is key, just to be able to have that longevity and last throughout the season in order to, do what you need to do to produce wins. At the end of the day, that's what it's all about.
So my brother Lou, he does content with me, man. One of the observations that he's, just listening in at you speak, he say he really understands blocking schemes. I love it. So, everybody that's listening, they highlighting the fact that you have a very strong, obviously, football IQ and vocabulary. What have you done to strengthen your blocking scheme knowledge? What are some of the extra things that you put in to kind of give yourself a macro strong view of your job and how it relates to others and the blocking schemes?
Definitely. So I think, man, being best friends with the quarterback and the center first and foremost, because that's what it comes down to. Damn, the quarterback's making any checks. He might like certain protections on certain plays if he's going to be hot. And then the center too. I feel like the center, he has the most important job, making sure everybody's accounted for in a blocking scheme game. So this past year, I was really close with them. So
hold on, bro. Wait. You said your goal was to be the best friend?
Oh, yes, sir. You got to be as close as possible with checking your center.
Bro, that's awesome, bro. I wasn't expecting to hear that. So that's what kind of, so you took that initiative on your own.
Right, yeah, definitely. To be close with them, having meetings, outside of the mandatory meetings, just having meetings just me and the center, me and the quarterback, or all the backs and all the O linemen, because the backs, line, tight ends, and quarterbacks, we the ones protecting, or we the ones protecting for the quarterback, making sure he's able to make the throws he wants to make. So I think just having little meetings with them, and then O-line coach too, because he's the one in charge of talking to the O-line coach. And I talk to the defensive players too. I mean, I asked them, we run a play like in practice. If we run a play, let's say they got us on a blitz, right? I'll go up to him, like, man, like, what y'all did on that play? Why'd you do it? Yeah, because that's important. And it's going to help us win on Saturday. So I'll go and ask him.
Go ahead, man. I ain't been to hit that effect on you. That was just impressive to me.
Nah, you good. So I'll pride myself on that. Like, man, like, what y'all did right there and why y'all did it. They'll tell us, okay, like, you know what I'm saying? We see most, like, something big, like, sending pressure, like the nickel blitz with, like, jet suit. So when he sees motion, he might just trigger. So I'm asking, why y'all trigger? Oh, because of motion. We seen the motion and we caught the trigger right there. So that's big for me. So I think just, being on the same page with O-line, the center and the quarterback, talking to the O-line coach, talking to the running back coach, and talking to the defensive players and my teammates and asking them, why they did what they did. And I think just, studying on my own, I think that's something that can put you ahead of the game as a running back. You got to think of things from the quarterback's point of view, from the center's point of view. I can just put you ahead when you have that knowledge when it comes to blocking and make your job easier.
Man, no, you said a mouthful with that. And so, what's funny is you said that how sometimes those motions could be the triggers that give it away. And see,
right.
And I was trying to explain that sometimes we can get so caught up on one team motion that sometimes you can be asking for teams to give away their tendencies. So to me, that's impressive that you was like getting the keys from the defense to try to figure out how y'all slipping, basically. That's impressive.
Right.
Have you played through any injuries, man? And how did you manage it?
I have played through injuries before, and I think, first and foremost, if you injured, you can't go. But if I'm playing, I think it's a mental thing. So I need to have my mentality right, have my mental right, and just be confident. Just be confident in my ability, my God-given ability. I'm gonna talk to God. I'm gonna breathe through it, breathing with a purpose, and just make sure to just trust my training, because you don't want to try to, you go too slow when you hurt. Like, that's how you get hurt even more. So you really just want to be confident, trust your training. And don't just go through the motions, man. Just be confident. That's what I did. I was confident in my abilities, even though I was a little banged up, just being able to push through it mentally, and then just make sure I recover after the game. Cool.
So, Coleman, we got one of my brothers here. He does a lot of draft research.
Okay.
He's somebody that I would say is very good at finding people like yourself, people that will probably go undiscovered, but that has a high IQ, different things like that, good tape. He asked, what y'all know about Coleman teammate Caleb Alford, the cornerback?
Dog. That's my dog, CO2, they call him. He won number 2. So we called him CO2, Caleb Alford, number 2, CO2. He a dog, man. A lot of teams we play, he followed the best receiver. We had a lot of good defensive backs on the team. Great defense as a whole. Yeah, Caleb, he a dog for sure. Like he went up against some of the best of the best. We played Indiana week 2, Indiana University week 2, and you see what they're doing this year in the playoffs. So, and he had himself a game. So yeah, he's a great player. He's gonna be a steal too. Whatever organization has a chance to get him, he's gonna be a steal.
Man. So check this out, man. My last question is, obviously, you coming from a smaller school. What do you say about people that say, what make you special coming from a smaller school, and how can you stand out in the NFL?
Right, definitely. That's a great question. So I think just I'm hungry. Something about me, I'm hungry. We might not have the nicest facilities, the nicest field, might not have the most money, but when you roll the football out there and it's time to play, I feel like I'm hungry, and I feel like you can say the same about a lot of G5 players. Like, we just want it, and our love for the game is just there. We don't need all the fancy things. I mean, although those things are nice, nothing to those guys that get that, but we just ready to work, and we have a love for the game that we hungry. We want to be able to make it. So yeah, with that being said, just anybody that's able to give me an opportunity, I think they just gonna get somebody that's hungry, who has a deep love and passion for the game, and it's just ready to get it, man. Nothing given to me. Obviously, like you said, I'm at a smaller school, so I wasn't given anything. I worked to get to the spot I am, and I'm very proud to be at the school I was at. And I think it just helped me develop that hunger even more, and that passion, that love for the game, just to go out there and whatever team gets me, that's what they're gonna get. And even though I went to a smaller school, they're gonna know that my love for the game is there. And when the ball's rolled out down the field, in between those whistles, I'm gonna give them everything I got, and I'm gonna be hungry every play in and play out.
Can you take some questions from the audience?
Yes, sir. That's good, boss. I'm open to it.
Let's get it. All right. So if y'all got any questions, man, y'all go ahead and start throwing them in there, man. I see y'all kind of coming in. What I'm seeing from the chat is everybody seem to be very impressed with your football IQ and knowledge, the way that your speech about the game, and the hunger you have about the game. So if y'all got some questions, y'all go ahead and start getting them in. This stream is brought to you by Sleeper app. Go for a Hail Mary on your Sleeper picks and win up to 100 times your money. Use promo code BCS and Sleeper will 100% match your first deposit up to $100 instantly. But man, I tell you what, I'm waiting on their questions to come in. If they have any questions, if they don't, we'll go ahead and conclude this. The thing that I'm gonna just tell you right now that I was impressed with is the fact that you seem like you're a research head, brother. Like the fact that you already knew about the Brian Schottenheimer-type, and bro, I'll tell you, I've been preaching that for months, and I've been trying to get that over to my community, is that Brian does have a type, and the fact that you walked in with that research just shows me a lot about, to me, you seem to be the type of person that has a great attention to detail. Can you talk about that?
Definitely can, boss. So yeah, I think attention to detail is very important. I mean, you never know what could be asked of you, so you want to just make sure you're paying attention to all the little things. I think as a running back too, that's very key, because you never know, like a small little detail, a small little cut, a little hesitation, that could be a difference between a 4-yard gain and an 80-yard gain. So, you need to make sure you're just taking them little steps and just paying attention to all the small little details in order to slow the game down for you, in order to take down. Nothing wrong with a 4-yard game. Those are the common, those chunk plays that get you down the field. That's a positive game. But to get go from them 4-yard runs and get more explosive plays, as my coach we call them explosive plays, you need to just be paying attention to all the little details and know everything that's going on to the best of your ability.
We got a couple of questions in here for you, man. I think these are some very good questions.
Okay.
Because we got a smart group of people that follow this channel, man. They football people. A lot of coaches and stuff like that follow this. He said, what's your special teams experience?
Got you. So I have over 1,000 yards returning. I just finished my master's degree in my 6th year, but when I was undergrad.
Whoa. What? You just what?
Yeah,
you got your master's
public administration 4.0. Got to. That's another thing. Yeah, academics and athletics go hand in hand.
Bro, I was just gonna say this. I swear I was gonna say this before you said that. This is what people talk about when they talk about Javonte Williams, where you can sense the intelligence, right? Somebody that's well-rounded. This is what that sounds like. 4.0, master's degree, and you did that in 4 years, bro?
So I was at Rice last year. I took some courses. Then this year, I was at Kennesaw State, or 2025, I was at Kennesaw State. So yeah, 2 years. I got my master's. Yes, I was at Rice, 2024.
Yeah. I mean, that threw me off, bro. That threw me off. Bro, you sound like you got a crazy future, whether you playing or not, bro. Yeah, I could. Oh man, you just threw me on that one, bro. Listen, so I got another question right here for you. What's his favorite blocking scheme to run behind?
Favorite blocking scheme to run behind? I would say like a power blocking scheme. So just letting my O-line work that double team and that play side D lineman, kicking out a DN, or if the tackle kicking them out, some fullback leading, or power O, the guard pulling around. I think, just working my line where that double team, hugging that double team, and being able to make my read from there. I've been running power since I was 9 years old, 16 power. when I was at quarterback. Yeah, so just running power. I think being able to hug that double team and make my decision. I think that's something, you know, it let the big guys up front eat and it lets me eat as well.
And she said, Will McClay went to Rice too, bro. Listen, all of us know when you go to Rice and you a 4.0 dude at Rice, smart, bro. Now we got a couple of more questions, and then we'll get up out of here, man. But you know, I'm enjoying this, man. Just talking ball with you, like just learning you. I'm enjoying this, man. So, my boss Lou say, I love it, big duo shit. Yeah, then somebody said right type of guy with great character. Yeah, man. And then Lou asked the question. He said, what's your best trait that you view as a strength, and what is the skill you will look to improve as you get in the league year after year?
Okay, so my best trait, I would say definitely my football IQ. Just being able to know the game, and that just comes from research, like I said, and being best friends with the center, quarterback, people on the defensive side of the ball. I say my football IQ helps me slow the game down and know what's coming. A strength I would like to improve, I would say just being a taller back struggle getting the pad level down. So I get my pad level down. I finish through contact. My running back coach always say pad +2. So just getting to the class right here and finishing pad +2 with your helmet facing y'all goalposts. That's how you know you're finishing the run the right way. I feel like taller backs, just being able to get down as low as possible consistently, like them 5'8" backs might do. I think that's something taller backs and myself need to just improve on, just being able to have that pad level low consistently, playing and play out. I think that helped me out year to year, just being able to continue to get my pad level lower and lower as consistent as possible.
Good, man. So I'll just say this, man, like I always finish the show with final words. So I will start and then you can give your final words.
Okay.
My final words is, man, first of all, thank you for taking the interview. I always want to talk to people like yourself, people that's fortunate enough to declare for the draft. And just to see people like you have an opportunity to live most of our dreams. I never was able to get into the NFL, but it's a dream to even be able to be in this process. So my final words is, man, take advantage of it. Play until you can't play no more. That would be my final words. If you got to go to Canada, if you got to go to Africa, play until it's done, until your body or something says it's over. Because when it's over, bro, you can't get it back. We got one of these bodies, and you never want to live with regret. I didn't, but I'm just saying, with somebody that loves the game and seem like dedicated themselves to the game like you did, just fight through all kind of obstacles to live your dreams. That'll be my final word. What would be your final word?
Nah, I definitely got you, boss, and thank you for that. But I would say, first is thank you, for the time and the opportunity, for the interview. And thank you to Cowboy Nation too. Thank you for the support. You just brought me out here for the first time. People saying great things in the comments, asking me great questions. So I'm very thankful for that. And I'm just excited, man. Excited for this draft process. I think it's just a lot of people just talk about, when college career is over and they get drafted, they're in the NFL. But I think it's a process that goes behind that. All the training you do, going through the process, talking to the scouts, doing your pro day, doing the combine. It's a lot that leads up to that. So I'm just excited for the draft process and opportunity. Thanking God that, He blessed me with this God-given abilities to be in this spot. So, yeah, I just want to say thank you to y'all, to you, boss, and thank God, man, for getting me here.
All right, man. And so we going to be in talks. Hopefully you end up with the Dallas Cowboys, but regardless where you end up, remember the people who started off with you. But it's your...
I'm looking forward to coming back on the show too.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna be very curious where you end up. Very curious where you end up. So we gonna be in talk. I'm gonna be keeping up with you, man, and God bless you, man, in your endeavors to pursue your dreams. It's your boy Boss Show Me, bringing you another one. I'm out.